Alright, welcome back to the Crabby. Today we're going to do a full playthrough of Ginkgopolis, which is a fantastic game that's just recently been reprinted last year, I believe. So it's a little more widely available than it used to be. Alright, so this is going to be the full playthrough video. Click on the link below if you want to see the rules, setup, breakdown, and all that stuff. And like usual, 3 things before we start. Please like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. That'll be fantastic. Alright, let's put this away. Let's get to the point. Alright, so Ginkgopolis is, if you saw my other video, it's kind of a weird game to try to explain because it's got so many mechanisms. There's tile placement, that's how we're going to be growing the city of Ginkgopolis. This is sort of the town or the city. There's engine building, so you're going to be adding cards. Every time you do an action, you're going to be triggering some effects. The area majority, which is mostly the scoring in the game. So the whole point is we're going to try to create districts fighting each other, sort of King of the Hill style as well, to try to get areas to score more points than our opponents at the end of the game. And there's drafting. All right, that's how we're picking our cards and where we're going to be building every turn. You're going to draft a card, and that's where you're going to be building. All right, so now, before I get started, a couple of notes here. This is obviously going to be a 3-player game. So I'm going to be pink, playing against green and black. Now, another note is that I do realize that we should all be having some shields in front of us, keeping everything hidden from our opponents, but I am playing single-handed, so obviously I'm just going to show you guys what everyone has, not keep things hidden so we can move on. And I've already gone ahead and done the pre-game draft for our starting character cards. Now these cards, you just have a simple draft at the beginning to tell you what starting resources you're going to have and what starting abilities you're going to have. So now whenever I expand, I'll get a couple of resources, and whenever I build upwards, I'll get an extra resource. And I did that for all the players already, as well. Alright, so like I mentioned, every round functions sort of like a drafting game, like 7 Wonders, whatever. You're going to have always your hand of 4 cards. You're going to be picking one of these. After you pick, you're going to pass over to the other player. But 7 Wonder style, you are also not going to look at the cards coming to you. You're going to perform your action first and then look at the cards. Alright, so let's see what I have here. It looks like I got nothing but urbanization token cards. Well, it's going to happen at the beginning of the game because there's much more of those than there are building tiles. So what do I want to do? Now, you can do one of always 2 things with cards. You can either use it to expand Ginkgopolis, growing up, or outwards. That's with a building tile. All right, so you're going to play them together. Or you just play a card as like a resource card and you're just going to be gathering resources. All right, so beginning of the game, I'd rather build. So what do I want to do? Do I want to build at F, I, J, or C? Looking around here, I do have a nice red tile. You know what? Strategically, I'll probably pick C. Now, I want to expand outward, so I'm going to play with a tile like this. And this is just to signify to the other players that I'm ready to go. All right, I'm going to pick the other tiles quick for my opponents. By the way, don't use this as a strategy guide. For the other 2 players, I'm just going to be picking random cards just to make things move along here. Let's see. He's got a bunch of yellow cards, or yellow tiles. I guess he'll play... boom, 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 boom. Let's just play this one with a 16. I'm going to show you what happens at this point. All right, so that's going to be his selection. And over here, let's just take a random tile card. 3, 3, 3, 3. Sure. Let's go with the 3 and the 14. All right, there you go. So all the players have made their selection. You know, drafting like every other game ever made. You're gonna all do that at the exact same time. Then you're all gonna reveal when you're ready to go. All right. But then you're gonna perform your action in turn order. So where's the first player marker? It's all the way up here for some odd reason. So I'm gonna be the first player, and then every round is gonna, you know, fly to the next person in clockwise order. All right. So I'm first, so I'm gonna do my action first. So this means expand Ginkgopolis on tile C outwards using this tile. All right, so first thing, you're going to go find that tile and replace it with your new one. All right, now that player gets to decide where this gets moved to. So I can move it either here or here because there are valid spaces. If you would have put it in the middle, for example, there are no other valid spaces. It would have to go to the right, but I get to choose. I'm just going to go, let's just go this way over here for whatever reason. All right, so I expanded outwards. I'm going to have to put one of my resource tokens on it to A, signify that it's mine, B, signify that it's level 1, so it only comes with 1. it always gonna come with a construction token. We'll talk about this in a couple seconds. Next, I'm gonna gather resources of every tile that is now touching. All right, I'm touching only a level 1 red, so that's gonna give me 1 resource. I'm gonna go get that from in front of my screen and put it behind my screen. All right, and then lastly, I'm gonna trigger all my abilities of urbanization, all right, which is this icon over here. So that's gonna give me another resource and another tile. So grab a resource and grab a random tile. So let's go with this one. 16, day 18. All right, that's it for me. This is gonna get discarded to the discard pile. By the way, in the back of the shields, there's a very handy dandy player aid here. You basically discard your cards every single time, except for when you grow Ginkgopolis upwards, and you actually keep that card as a engine building card. You're gonna see that in a couple seconds. All right, so these two players are basically both growing Ginkgopolis, so you're gonna see the exact same thing 2 times. But they're gonna have to pay. Well, he's gonna have to pay a penalty, but he's gonna go on section 2, which is over here, and he's gonna replace it with this tile. All right. Now, if there was resources previously there to get kicked back to their owner, obviously the first 9 don't have anything, so don't worry about that. And now he's gonna have to put 2 of his tokens on top of it with the construction token. All right, he's gonna have to pay a penalty. All right, this only happens when you grow it upwards. If you change the color of the tile that's being placed, you do need to pay an extra resource. So we're gonna pay that back to the bank. All right, and there's another penalty that if the tile you place is smaller than the tile that's already there, you have to pay in points. But obviously 16 is much higher than a 2, so he doesn't have to pay that penalty. After that, we can't forget, he's gonna trigger some visibilities here. So he's gonna get a point and another resource. Let's give this point. And then this gets put into his tableau because he built it upwards. Remember, he gets to keep that card. All right, let's look at my opponent's going to do the exact same thing. So on section 3, he's going to put a 14 tile here. He's going to put a double resource with the construction token. No penalty to be paid. He's going to keep this. Well, he gets to trigger first, so he's only going to get 1 resource. Then he adds that in. So he's gonna get a green. And just like that, we finished a full round. So typical drafting style, you just shift all your cards over. So he's gonna get this, he's gonna get these, I'm gonna get his cards. And don't forget to pass the first player marker over. So he's gonna be first player next to him. All right, after that, you're always gonna refill up to 4 every single time, no matter what. So 1, 2, we're missing a card. Okay. Now, when the draw deck runs out, you do need to do a special reorganization of the deck. Right? It's not like one of those games where you just shuffle the discard and get a new draw deck. We need to add cards to it, which are the cards with the construction markers. All right, I've already gone ahead and got those cards ready. So you're going to see here the 14, the 16, and the other 16. We do have to remove the construction markers, so the next time the deck runs out, you don't have to search for those cards because they're already in the deck. Get rid of those. These are going to get shuffled in. All right, give it a good shuffle. We do need to reset the deck because we are playing less than 4 players. We're going to take some off the top of the deck. All right, and obviously you're going to give me the next card. All right, so next round. All right, pretty much do the exact same thing all the way to the end of the game. It gets triggered in one of 2 ways: when the tile stuff runs out for the second time, we'll get to that later, or when one person places all of their resource tiles or chits onto the game board. All right, so what did I get in my hand? Oh, it looks like I got one of the 16 cards. Now these ones, again, you build on top of them just like the regular ones that are there, except that every number above, I believe 10, is end game scoring. So it's not actually an ability that gives you more resource. So this one is blah blah. At the end of the game, I'll get 2 points. And I'll look at what this one means later. Okay, so I think this is for every resource card ability that I have in my tableau. It'll give me points, but I don't even have 1, so I definitely don't want to play this card. All right, so I'm probably thinking about expanding Ginkgopolis again, because I'm gonna have to pay an extra resource playing on top of 3. Playing it here. Sure, but I really like this ability. So you know what? I'm gonna do it because this is gonna be very handy later in the future. All right, so let me play this as my action, and I'll play it with the 16, whatever. So I'll do that. This is going to get shifted over. Now let's look at my opponents. Quick. Let's try to pick some random combination. Oh, so he's going to expand for sure. So now where is he? He's black. He's over here. So he's going to do F or B. So let me do F. Yeah, F is going to be a good move for him. So he's going to do F with 18. That's going to be his move. And I'll tell you why in a little bit. And this player over here is going to go, so that's green player. So he's going to go A or G. He doesn't have a blue. Oh, if he had a blue tile, he would have definitely played A blue over here. So he'd make his district even more lucrative. But he doesn't have a blue tile. So instead, he's going to, let's see, 1 or 2 red. He will encroach on mine. Yeah, that's going to be a good idea. So he's going to play this with this one. All right, so we've all made our selection. We're all going to turn them over, although you already know what they're going to do. All right, and we're going to execute in turn order. So now this player's first player. So he's going to do his move first. So on the F, he's going to play this. He's going to expand it this way, and he's going to play this one down here. Let's get rid of this. All right, so now because he played it here, he's going to, first of all, put a resource token on it. Construction marker on it. You get when you expand, you get resources of everything you're touching. All right, so this is one is going to be a double points. So he's actually going to make 2 points. So let's put back a 3, put back a 1. All right, lastly, he's going to trigger all his effects. He does only have 1, so he's going to get an extra tile. Ooh, a 20. Okay, let's go to this player over here who's going to play the 12 on top of the 2. Now the reason he's doing that is because at the end game scoring, you're going to score districts, and districts are scored by multiple of the same color in touching. So this is a district, all these yellow is a district, this and this and this are not districts because they're all by themselves. And the person who's going to get the most points is the person with the most resource tokens on it. So by placing it here, he's sort of robbing me the area. We still have long ways to go for the game, but for right now, he's going to be beating me. So he's going to come with 2 resource chits on it with a construction marker. He's going to get to keep this card. And obviously triggers effects, so he's going to get another resource and a tile. So let's grab it from the stack. 13. So he's good. He did not have to pay a penalty for that because red on red. So we're good. And finally, we're going to get to me. All right, so now I'm going to have to pay a penalty. All right, so I'm going to build 16 on top of 3. So 3 is over here. So I'm going to put 16 there. All right, now it's going to cost me 2 resources plus the construction marker. I'm going to have to toss 1 resource because it's the penalty. All right, but let me trigger my effects, which is going to give me another resource back. And then I get this ability, which is another resource. So now whenever I build upwards, I get 2 resources back, which is amazing. Did I forget anything? No, I did not. So we're good. All right, so that was the end of the round. Let's shift all our cards over. Let's shift them to there. I'll get his cards. He'll get my cards. We'll shift the first player marker over. I do need some tiles in my possession, so I might have to do something for tiles. Let's go back up to 4 cards. 1, 2, 3 with 4, and let's pick. All right, I went ahead and made everyone's selection already, so I'm going to play H. Now, the reason I'm playing H is obviously I'm going to try to create a district here of blue to try to score those points at the end of the game. So I'm going to play H with my ability here, or my tile. This player here is going to play a B13, and this player here is going to play the D20. All right, so always in turn order, so that player is going to go first. So B13, he's going to place it right over here. This tile has absolutely no choice. It has to go up here. So it gets discarded. Now he's going to put a resource token on it, a construction marker. Now, he's going to gain a resource, because you're touching a resource, and 2 tiles, because this is a level 2 that you're connected to. So let's go 1, 2. So a lot of blues. And he's going to trigger all those effects. Now, because he's doing the expansion, he's going to get a ton of stuff. So he's gonna get 2 resources and a point. 2 resources and a victory point. All right, so that was his whole turn. Let's go back to me. So I'm gonna do H18. So I'm gonna expand here. Boom, like that. So this one only comes with 1 resource chit on it. Construction marker. I'm gonna get 2 tiles because I'm connected to a level 2 thing. So I'll get 1, 2. All right, a couple of reds. And I get to trigger my ability. So these are the expansion ones. So I'm gonna get another resource and another tile. Let's just go for this one. Red, yellow. All right, so that would be my turn. I would have to discard this card. And lastly, our player over here is going to play a 20 on D. D is over here, no choice but to go over there. So he's going to place 1 resource, his last resource marker on it. It's going to come with a construction marker. He's going to gain 2 resources from the general supply. 1, 2. He's going to discard this. And I think we're done, right? Oh, I forgot to trigger his effect. So he's going to get an extra tile. So let's give him this. All right. All right. Let's shift our cards over. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to be back to first player. Look at that. All right. So I'm going to have to do that shuffling because the draw deck is empty again. So I'm going to have to add cards back into the deck, remove the construction markers, and I'll be back for the next round. All right, so start next round. Oof, my cards aren't great. Now 18, would love to play on top of 18. I would have got this card in my tableau, and this scores for every that symbol. I would get 2 points. Right now, that would already automatically be 4 points for me at the end of the game. But unfortunately, I need to play a 15 on top of the 18, which means I need to pay a 3-point penalty, and I only have 2 points in my possession. So that's not gonna happen. Looking at what else I have J. I can expand this way here, which isn't great. It just gives me a point. I, give me a tile and a point, or L, which is just gonna be a tile. None of these are great. I guess I will do the I to maybe at least I'll get that point and I'll get another tile from the tableau. So I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna expand. So let me take, I'll even expand it with the red because. If I expand it with a yellow, I'm only going to have 1 in that area. And if somebody else goes on top of here with a yellow, they're going to dominate me for the area. So let me change its color and start a new district, hopefully, down here. So let's play the 11, whatever. All right. So now that's going to give me, let's play this down here. Actually, let's go down here. All right. So that's going to give me a resource and a tile. I get to discard this resource and a tile, so I get 19. I also get a tile from here and a point from this, so 3, back at 2, and I'll get another tile. All right, so I got another little one, and that's gonna be it for me. Now the other opponents, they should have revealed already. So he's gonna do A15, so he's gonna go here to gain a ton of tiles. And he's going to move this down here. Why not? So we're going to discard this. So he's going to get 2 tiles for this. Let's put his marker on there. Construction. Oops, I did forget to put my... I'm going way too fast. So I forgot to put my construction marker and my resource tile on it. By the way, if at any point you wanted to build and you didn't have the resources, well, you just treat that card as if it was a resource card. You take that tile back into your supply and you just play the card to get resources. All right, so that was that. He needs to get his 2 tiles. So I'm just going to give him his 2 tiles. Triggers effect, so he only has 1, which is another tile. All right, colors he really didn't want to see. And that's about it for him. Let's go back over here, and I think he's building upwards. Yeah, so he's building on 1, the 8. All right, so he's trying to turn this whole area blue. So he's gonna go here. He's gonna have to use 2 resources. Construction marker. He's gonna keep this card in his tableau. Now he has to pay a penalty because he's changing the color of the tile that was there. Right, now he's got a huge district over here that he's going to score a ton of points on. All right, because he's got opponents in there contributing to his points as well. So that's it. He didn't have to pay any other penalty for the points, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna rotate the cards, and I'll be back for the next round. All right, all the cards handed out. Oof, I really didn't like my choices here. I think I'm gonna expand on E just to maybe break up his to try to force black to not have this area where you can get a bigger area of yellow. Maybe I can change one of those two into red. Anyway, you'll see how things go here. I'm gonna play this with the red. Try to connect these later on by building on top of it, but we'll see what happens. All right, so that was my selection. Now for the other two players, they're sort of out of resources, so they're going to play cards as resource cards. So he's going to play the A card to get a resource. Very simple turn. And he's going to do the exact same thing because he has absolutely no resources. So he's going to play the G card to get a resource. All right, they also get to trigger their effect so that when he plays a resource card, he gets another one. Oops, can't forget that. And when he does, he gets a tile. So we're going to give him this tile. So there you go. Now it comes to me. I'm going to play my 17 on E. So that's one with the construction marker. I get to discard this card. Now I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 points only from that placement. Boom. And that's about it. Oh, and I get a resource and a tile. So get one of these, and I'll grab a tile. 10. And that's about it, I guess. That's it for the round. Let's give everybody another card. Pass the first player marker, and I'll be back for the next round. All right, so I made the other two player selection already. For my turn, I don't really like any of my cards. 14, I can't use it. I would need 3 resources there. 1, it's down here. Doesn't really jive with anything that I'm trying to do. I could put on top of 1 and try to get another district of yellow going here because I got one of blue. I got one started. Well, I'm trying to get a district here of red. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Now, another thing you are going to notice that the 20 card is out. The 20s are awesome. I mean, they give you straight up 9 victory points, but obviously you're making a trade, right? Because if I'm going to put a 15, for example, on top of the 20, I'm going to have to pay 5 points for that. So I'm going to only net 4 points of difference, right? If I knew my opponent had the 17, which he does, maybe I would definitely hate draft this because then I would prevent him from getting the 9 points. But I don't know what he has. It should be behind the shield. So let's pretend that I didn't know what he has. He's probably going to play this next turn. But let's go for the 1. And let's try see, I don't have enough to change its color. So I'm going to have to play a yellow as well, right? Because it's going to cost me an extra resource for that. So let's do that. And that's going to be my turn. Now the other two players have already selected. Let's turn over our cards. You already know what I'm doing. This guy's going to come over here. And this guy is going to come over here. All right, so he's going to be the first player. So he's playing a 7 on L. So he's just growing his blue empire over here. So that's going to net him 1 tile profit. Another yellow. It's going to go in the discard. He's also going to net, let's see, expansion, 2 resources and a point. 1. Oh, he forgot to put 1 on there. And a victory point. That's going to be it for him. It's going to come to me. So I'm going to go 6 on 1. Double resource. 1, 2. Construction marker. I actually get to keep this card. It goes into my tableau somewhere. Think that's it. No penalty because it's over and it's the same color. So I'm good. Now I get to trigger my effect. So I get 2 resources back. All right, and then he's gonna go. So on 16, oh, he's kicking me out. So on 16, he's gonna play there. So that resource comes back behind my shield. I actually get a victory point for that. So whenever you get kicked out, you get as many victory points as how many tokens that there were. So I'm gonna get 1 of those, and he's gonna put 2 of his tokens on there. So I'm completely out of the northern part of this town. They're just kicking me out left, right, and center. Probably gonna try focusing down here more often. So that's gonna be that construction marker. The 16 card he gets to keep in his tableau. So it's the end game scoring card, so I'll keep it up there in the corner. And that's about, oh, and he gets triggers ability. So it's going to be a resource and a point. Resource and a victory point. That's it. Pass the cards over. Let's deal one to every player. 1, 2, 3. And we'll be back for start next round. All right, so next round, let's look at what I got. I got JI, which is good because I can expand my or create districts over here for endgame scoring. D is kind of a dead card for me, kind of useless. And 18, would love to replace it with a red, but that would cost me 8 points to change that 18 into a 10, so that's not going to happen. I could replace it with a 15. I don't really feel like fighting black in this yellow section over here. So instead, let's just expand one of these two, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I feel like I want to get another resource, so let's expand the I over here. So let's play I with a red. All right, so that's going to be my selection. Everyone's going to flip over their stuff. I already made their selection. This guy's going to go just get resources. Sorry, I flipped them already. My mistake, but he's expanding there, and he's getting resources. All right, so turn order. I'm first player now. So let's go. So let's see. On I over here, I'm going to place my 10 tile with one resource, construction marker. All right, now this can go, I think I'm going to move it over here. This gets discarded. So that's going to give me one resource for that. And looking at my stuff, it's going to give me another tile and another resource. So another resource. I got full of resources, which is great. And let's grab another tile. So 10. Just hoping for a red one, but it is what it is. So that's that. We're good. Let's go to that player who's just going to get resources because he's out of everything. He's at 3 now. And let's go to this player who's expanding on K with the number 4. Let's go over here. Is there a reason he was doing that? Not sure. So he's going to gain actually 3 tiles for that. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He's going to discard this. And his oh, I did forget to give him a tile when he uses resource card. Sorry about that. And him, when he expands, he gets 2 resources and a point. And a point. Boom, another round done. So the draw decks actually run dry. So let's go get the 17, the 20. We're going to get all those cards, put them back in the deck, give it a good shuffle. I'll deal. I'll be back for next round. All right, so at the start of this round, I'm going to do something that you could do twice per game. So I looked at my hand. I really didn't like any of my cards. So B up there doesn't help me. L all the way up here. And then I got a couple of blues that don't really help me much. 18 is over here. And 13, which is over there. I don't really want to take part in that district. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of one of my redraw tokens. Just get rid of that. You can do that twice per game. By the way, if you don't use them, they're 2 points each at the end of the game. Discard these 4 and redraw 4 off the top of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we have to work with now. Oh, a bunch of numbers here. So 17 is over here. I already have that one. 16 is this one, which is already mine. 16 again, which is this one, which would not be bad, actually. Maybe I'm going to take a look at that one. Just give me 1 second. And let's see, 17, which is over here, which is already mine. So, and G, which is over here. Wow, I like all these cards. All right, so which one should I do? Let's see what the ability is here. For each of these cards, 2 points. For each of these cards, 2 points. These are going to be 2 points for me. And then this one is going to be 4 points. Sure. All right, so let's do something funky. I'm gonna try to destroy Black's game over here. So I'm gonna play this with a yellow tile. Yeah, let's do that. Let's create a with a. Let's play with a blue tile. Yeah, let's do it with a blue tile. That'll be fun. All right. So we all made our selections, flip everything over. This guy's going to be the new first player. So he's playing on J, he's playing 8. So he's playing this here. So that's going to be 1 resource, 1 construction marker. He's going to gain 1, 2, 3 points. Put back a 5, get back 2. Alright, for the points, he's going to get another resource from here. Alright, then his expansions, he's going to get another tile from the tile set here. That's about it for him right now. Yeah, so that's it. This gets discarded. This player here is going to play the 4 on the 1. So the reason he did that is very important. If somebody else got this, they could have changed the color and kicked off all of districts, right? If this changed color, this one's now going to be singular. He's going to keep this district, but now this one's kept apart. So he thought of it was a pretty huge priority to get this one down. So he's going to put this one down here. He's going to actually keep this ability. It's going to come with 2 resources. He doesn't have to pay any penalty. That's fine. Construction. And he's going to gain a tile and a resource for that. So resource and a tile to replace the one he just played, which is a 19 yellow, which is nice. Alright, so that was his turn. Alright, so now he kept his whole district in check. And then it comes back to me where I'm going to play the 19 on the 16. Alright, so let's kick out black over here. So he's going to get his 2 resources back. He's going to get 2 points for that. 1, 2. Now I get to place it with my oops, actually I get to place this first. That's going to cost me 3 resources high. It's going to cost me 1 because it's a different color. I'm changing its color. I'm going to keep this for endgame scoring for whatever it's worth. Right now it's only worth 2 points. It is what it is. And that's about it. I paid the penalty, I played the card, I kept it. Oh, I triggered my effects. So I'm going to get 2 resources back from the general supply. And that is it. Alright, let's pass our cards over. I'll be back for next round. Alright, following turn. I got a couple of 20s in my hand, a 15 and an E. What do I want to do? I could do what I wanted to last time and place on top of this the yellow, but that's not a district. It's not going to really help me unless I change 17 later on in the game and make it a huge yellow district. Do I take a chance? Plus, this is just going to give me a ton of points right now. But I'll lose my flexibility in the future if I want to play another. I only have 7 points to my name. If I lose 5 of them now, I'm only going to have 2 points to give me some flexibility when I play my future tiles. So let's not do that. You know what? Let's just do a regular expansion. I do need more tiles. I'm looking for, that's going to give me a tile. Let's see, 15. Is this going to give me 2 tiles? No, 15 is just 1 tile. Yeah, everything else is not great right now. I can't really play on here. I can't play on here because I only have a 10. So all these 3 cards are useless. So I'm sort of stuck playing this one. I could use my other token, but I'd rather keep it for when I'm really desperate. So let's play this one here with a E. So I'm going to go here. Oh, man. I don't even want to play with any of these. Let's play with the yellow one. Let's play with a blue one. Sure. I don't want to make it a yellow one because then I lose my yellow that I might want to play here or change some things around there. So let's just do that. That's it. Alright, my opponents, let's see what they're going to do. So this one's 17 with 17. Alright. This one is 10 with 15. Alright, so he's going to go first. He's the first player. So let's find red 17. Red 17. Oh, he's going to overwrite me right now. So he's going to go here. This is going to return to me. I'm going to score 1 point. Oh no. I'm losing all kinds of areas. So this is going to come with 2. And he just built a... That's exactly what I wanted to do. So he's going to build that with a construction marker. He's going to keep that 17 card in his tableau. Got another endgame scoring card there. He's going to pay a penalty of 1 because it's changing the color. And that's the only penalty he pays. He's going to gain a point and a resource. And that's about it. Over here, he's going to play the 15 on top of the 10. So he's going to get to keep this card. So where is the 10? Oh, over here. It's kicking me out again. Oh, no. It's going to give me a victory point. Getting kicked out of everywhere. And he's doing that because now he's in charge of this big area right over here. Or he's got the points for that. And he's going to gain a tile and a resource. For that, the tile. So let's give him this one here, which is 19 red. All right, finally for me, I'm going to play the E. So I'm going to play the 10 here. Let's move this one down here. This is going to get discarded. This is going to come with a resource. One of these. I'm going to get a resource and a tile. Looks like I got a 9. And that's about it, I believe. Anything else? No. I triggered my abilities, I expanded, I'm done. So let's get ready for the next round. I think I'm going to run out of cards. No, I have exactly 3 left in the deck, so let's hand one of these to every player. And I'll be right back. Alright, next round. Now we're rolling. Alright, so looking at my hand, 18 is over here. Now I would like to put it on top of here, but I don't have a blue to continue my district. So I'm not going to be able to play that one. D doesn't seem that useful right now. I mean, I could put a blue there, but again, I don't have a blue tile. So that's not good. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect the district here or create one. Because this yellow is not in a district and this red is probably going to get gobbled up by green. So instead I'm going to play this to change this setup here. Alright, so I'm going to play this with the yellow one. Alright, that's going to be my choice. All the other players have made their choice. Oops, I did forget to move the first player marker. So we're going to do this, this, and this. Alright, so starting with the first player here on K, he's going to play 11. So K, he's going to play here. He's going to get a point for that. Boom. This gets discarded. When he expands, he's going to get 2 resources. Oh, he's almost out. And a victory point. Put a 3 in that back 2. And that's about it in his tableau. So he's good. Comes to me. So I'm going to play here 15 on top of the 11. Alright, so that's going to cost me 2 resources. Construction. Oh, I forgot to put a construction. I forgot to put his token. Sorry. Put that there. Now I'm going to have to pay a penalty of 1 because I'm changing the color. I don't have to pay penalty in points because the number is bigger. And I get to keep this card in my tableau, another endgame scoring card. This one's pretty good. It's for all my guys on top of yellow tiles. So I have a nice point getter thing there. So that's pretty good. Oh, and I'm going to get 2 resources from the general supply. Okay, so that's that. Let's jump back to the last player here who's going to play on number 2 over here. Oh, he's trying to beat green over here. But maybe this was not a smart move. He's sort of chopping up his own area. So he's going to play this here. He's going to keep this 2 in his tableau. He's going to put 2 tokens on there. With the construction token. He kept the card. He's going to trigger both these effects. He's going to get a resource and a point. Resource and a point. And that's going to be it for the round. Let's hand some cards over. I'm going to have to reshuffle. So all these construction marker cards are going to go into the deck. Hand out some more cards. Whoops. So this card is going to go here. This card is going to go here. And I'll be right back. Alright, next round. I already made my selection here. I think I need to go dive for some better tiles. Alright, I just have 1. So I think I'm going to play on the G. And this is going to give me 4 tiles just by placing this. So I think that's sort of an automatic. Let's do that. I'm also first player this round. All the other players are going to reveal their stuff. And let's get to it here. G. I'm going to play obviously my last tile on G. This has to go here. So this, need to put a resource token on it. Construction token. All right, I'm going to get 3 from here and 1 from here. So that's 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of these. All right, lots of reds and yellows. That's what I want to see. And by placing it, I'm also going to get another tile and another resource. And another tile. Let's grab from here. It's 4. So that's going to be it for me. This card gets thrown back into the discard. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go to this player here who's going to play. Okay, so he's playing his 13 on the 18. All right, it's his own tile. All right, but he's going to have to pay 5 points. Maybe this was not the smartest move. Well, it is what it is. He's going to have to pay 5 points for that to play it here. That's going to need 2 resources. Construction marker. He's going to keep this as an endgame scoring card. That's it for that one. All right, and him, he got so lucky. He's got the 19, and he's gonna play it on the 20, so he only has to give up 1 point. Oh, sorry, and he's gonna get a point and a resource for that. Oops, can't forget. He's only got three resources left, so he's gonna go on the 19, which is over here. All right, so he's gonna play 3 resources here, so he's gonna kick back the 2, so he's gonna get 2 points for that. All right, so we're gonna put the 19 on top of that. Give up a point. I don't know if I already did that or not, but it is what it is. Put 3 resources, construction token, and keep this card in his tableau. So you just basically netted 8 points on that one move, which is fantastic. All right, so I don't even know what round this is, 12, 13, or 14. Basically, since last round, we all used an extra one of these redraw tokens because we all hated our hands. Just to go through the deck a bit faster, we removed the construction tokens. I drew my hand, which I don't like any of these options. So I got the A all the way up here, the L all the way over here. Doesn't really help me at all. And I got the 20 over here, which would have been great if I can turn these blue. But if I want to turn it red, I'm just going to lose it to this district over here. And the 15, which is all the way in the corner over there, which is completely useless. So I'm going to use it as well. So I don't like my hand. I'm going to do that. All right, so I can't do that again for the rest of the game. My opponent's going to do it one more time. So I'll get rid of this. All right, I already went ahead and drew my next hand. Missing a card. So what do I have here? G here, which isn't bad. I can place a red over here to continue my district. Not bad, not bad. J over here. That's okay to get a point and a resource. Or H over here. Again, I don't have any blue. Yeah. So I can go here or here. But 19. So what I'm thinking about doing is going, because I really like this ability. I got a ton of red cards, and this is going to be a lot of points for me. But I'm going to have to give up a lot of points to put it down because my highest card is a 14. So 19 minus 14, I'm going to have to give up 5 points for this. But I think it's a necessary evil because I'm going to destroy some of green's dominance in this upper section over here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the 19 with the 14 tile. All right. I actually didn't pick what my opponents are going to do. Just let me look quick. We're going to have a full turn here. So C over here, he's got 4 resources. So he can build up. So he's probably not going to go to C, although he only has 1 tile. Is there anywhere where he can go where he gets multiple tiles? 18 only gets him 1 tile. 16 gets him 2 tiles. And then he'll get 3 tiles because of that, because he's got no options. I think he's got no choice. All right, so let him play this as a resource card. Not really any other options. And he's got 1 of each color, so he's gonna go 4. Is over here. 14. 4 is very important for him. So just like I think it was like 2 or 3 rounds ago, if he loses that tile, it's gonna destroy his whole dominance over here. So I think, oh, he can't. He's missing a resource. Oh, and he knows that this card is being played to me next round. Does he play it as a resource right now? Or does he chance it and pass it forward because knowing somebody can just go on top of here with even a higher or just change its color? Let's see, what other options do they have? 14, where's 14 is next to it. You can't build on top. 8 is this one over here. You can't build on top of it. It doesn't have the resources. Or D is all the way down here, which is not interesting. So he actually can't build on any of those with 2. They're all the ones with 2, so he needs a 3rd resource to build on top. So it's either using one of these as a resource or playing on D, which is useless for him. So I think what he's going to do is just to protect his game, he's going to play this as a resource. And there you go, we're done. So let's all flip over. He's actually going to be the first player this round. We all flipped over. So he's going to get, let's see, blue. It gives him 2 tiles. All right. But it's also going to give him another tile because of this. He's got more options now. And this gets discarded, right? Yes. All right, so that's done. Let's go on this side. It's going to do the exact same thing. It's going to discard this. That's going to give him 2 tiles. 1, 2. We're running out of tiles. And it's also going to give him another tile and a resource. We're almost, the game's about to end, all right? If he can get all these 4 out on the board, the game's going to be over. So that's the tile. Did I give him the extra tile? Hopefully I didn't get distracted. I think I did. So this gets discarded as well. And then it comes to me, and I'm going to go and be mean. All right, so I'm going to go play my 14 over here. All right, so he's going to get all his 3 guys back. Boom. All right, now I'm going to have to pay 5 points in penalty because there's a 5-digit difference here. So let me just get that ready and toss that right away. All right, but that does cost me 4 pawns with the resource, with the construction token. I do get to keep this card in my tableau, another endgame scoring card. That's about it, right? Yes, I didn't forget anything. All right, so let me deal 1 card to each player. I'm gonna rotate, I'll pick, and I'll be back for next round. All right, next round. So what do we got here? All right, so I got no resources, so I can't build up or out because I can't put anything. So I have absolutely no choice. None of these give me resource. This doesn't give me a resource. So I'm gonna just play this to get a resource from the general supply. So that's gonna be my turn. All right, pretty simple. Pretty much like a dead turn for me. Maybe I didn't think about that strategy too much, but it is what it is. All right, so let's flip over our tiles here. That is the first. Green's gonna be the first player. So he's gonna play 5 on I here. So you can place this pretty much anywhere he wants. What's a good move? For it to put it over here? To put it over here? Sure, let's just put it here. I guess. I'm not really thinking about it too much. He's going to discard this. He's going to make 2 resources from that. So there you go. He's got all of them from the general supply in his behind the screen, so he's good. He's going to put 1 resource on it. Construction marker. He's going to trigger 2 more resources, although he can't collect any more. They're all gone, plus an extra victory point. And I believe that is it for him, right? Yeah, that was his turn. All right, back to me. Just get a resource. Whoop. This is dead. And then finally we'll go to the last player over here who's going to mess with me again. He keeps coming after me. So he's going to go over here, put the 9 on top of the 10. So he kicks me back out. Resource, I get a point for that. He gets to keep this 10 card as an endgame scoring. He has to pay a 1 point penalty because it's 1 lower. He's going to put 2 tokens on it. And now he's going to trigger his build. So resource and a point. Boom, boom, boom. And I think we're good. Right? Yeah. So now he connected all his yellow stuff together. So if you can build yellow on one of these 3, then you can branch it off even more. It's a lot of points for green, for black. Maybe if you can even get this one here. Or this one, it would be amazing because then it would break off this massive district and basically make me lose a ton of points, whereas he keeps adding it to his collection. All right, but anyway, that was the end of the round. Maybe I'm going to move the board up a little bit so you can see it. So let's hand 1 card to each player. 1, 2, 3. Pass the first player mark. I'm going to be first player next turn, and I'll be right back. All right, next turn. So looking at my hand, I sort of have absolutely no choice. This one's gonna play itself because I got a 12. The 12 is here. I only have 2 resources, so I can't play there no matter what. 9. Now here I would love to have played a blue tile, so I can get 4 over here. So even if one of them switches color by an opponent, I still will gain a connection here. But I don't have a blue tile, so that one's not gonna happen. I don't see the point of replacing with another red tile or making a yellow. Kind of pointless, so forget about that. 18 is gonna have the same problem over here. I mean, I could make it a red, But I can't even replace it because the number's way too high, and I don't have the points to cover the difference. So boom, all of these are dead cards. I'm probably just gonna play this C. That's gonna give me a ton of resources. Yeah, from the red one there. So let's just play that with the 4. Yeah, let's just do that. That's my selection. Everyone's gonna turn them over. I actually did forget if I move the first player marker now last round. Sure, let's just keep it with me. I'm the first player. I'm the first player, so let's play it on C over here. Resource, construction marker. I'm gonna have to reshuffle the deck after, so all these construction markers are gonna go away. I'm gonna place this over here. That's gonna give me 4 resources and 1 point. Well, I only got 3 left here, and 1 point, which might come in handy later. When I do that, I get another resource, which is useless, and a tile. All right, it's a blue one. There you go. That's what I needed. So that's that, and then this goes away into the discard. All right, my opponent here is going to find 14 over here. Oh, this is going to be fun. He's going to place it with red. Oh, I guess he's trying to go after my monopoly here of red. So this is going to go back to green. Green's going to make 2 points. 3, take back 1. And he really liked this tile. That's why he wanted to do that. So he's going to have to put 3 on top of here. Actually, he couldn't do that because he is changing the color. Never mind. Let's backtrack 2 little seconds. So let's give this back to him. 1 second, 1 second. All right, actually, he can't really do much. I wish he had, sorry, I made a mistake with the token. It was actually green that had that token. But he wishes he had that token because all these cards are completely useless for him right now. 15 yellow is like over here. And he can't play it unless he plays a 7, which would be kind of useless. 14 is here. He can replace it with this by giving him 9 points. That would be insane. And he wouldn't be winning the region anyway, so that's useless. 7, he could place it here, but again, he's just giving green more points. And 15, sorry, which is the last one? 7 I did. 8, this one as well. But again, you have to replace it with a blue. So he's going to have an area of 4 versus green's 2, 4, 6. So that's not great. Can't really play any of these. So he's going to just bide his time. I think what he's going to do, he's going to play, let's see, this is 2 tiles, 2 tiles, 2 tiles. He's going to play the 7, the 14 as a resource card. Let me just take that back, whole turn back. So he's going to play this. He's going to get 2 tiles from that. 1, 2. Ooh, the 20. He's also going to get another tile from this. Oh, blue. Wow. Maybe things he didn't really want to see, but that's how it goes sometimes. That brings us to the last player this round, which is green, who's going to play 14 on the 11. So where's the 11? It's over here. It's going to come here, play this. Gets back this. Remember, you don't get points for kicking yourself out. But then he gets a tile and a resource, so he doesn't need to get the resource. More tiles. And he gets to keep this in his tableau for endgame scoring. Let's just give that to him. And there you go. So now I'm going to have to shuffle, get rid of the tiles, the construction markers. I'll be back for the next round. All right, probably the last or second last round. Let's see. So I can technically end the game if I can put out all 4, which means going on top of a section of 3 and changing the color, something like that. So let's see. 17 is over here. Why would I ever go there? Even if I change it to, although I can change it to red, and then I'll connect all of this stuff together. But the problem is I can't because I only have a 7, and that's a 17. I would have to pay 10 points. Not gonna happen. All right, so this is a dead card for me. Even if I play with an 11, yeah, there's no point in changing that to blue. I'm just gonna be removing a lot of points from black, but it doesn't help me. Let's see, B, I don't really want to expand this near the end of the game. 16 is over here. I already own that. So it's not gonna help end the game. I can just solidify my little blue empire over here, which this might be a dangerous card to hand over to the black player, but let's see if I have any better options. 8 here. See, maybe that's a better option. What I can do here is I can place a yellow tile, and then I can connect all of this together for endgame scoring and get even more points because I'll be adding the green over here. So let's do that actually. Let's change this one here. So I'm going to play the 8 and let's play with the 8. All right, so everyone's going to reveal. Boom, 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 boom. I think we have some nasty surprises that I selected for the other two players. So who's the first player? Man, I keep forgetting who's who's first player and when I'm pushing into the next one. So let's just pretend he's the first player. Black is the first player. So on 12, he's placing this. So right here, boom, he's gonna destroy this little area that we have over here. So this is gonna go back to the green. He's gonna score 2 points. He's gonna put it here. All right, so that's gonna cost him 5 points in total. So that's quite a bit. So it's gonna be 5 points. So now I know he can do it. So that's that is to put 3 tokens on it. 1, 2, 3, and pay a penalty. Construction marker on it. And he gets to keep the card as an endgame scoring card. He really likes that endgame scoring card, so he'll keep that. And now he basically connected all this yellow section together and pretty much screwed me over because now I lose a bit of my district over here. All right. That's a shame. Let's go to the next player who's going to find the 8 tile. And he's going to play the... Oh, he was going to do the exact same thing like me. He's changing this into yellow. So this whole thing's going to turn yellow in just a little bit here. So he's actually going to kick off these 2 back to himself. Like so. Oh, wait, sorry. When he built up, he was going to get a point and a resource. Oops, sorry about that. And a victory point. Keep forgetting. Yeah, so he built here. He kicked himself out. He has to put 3 tokens on it and a construction marker, and he's gonna get a tile and a resource. There's no resources. Oh, he did have to pay a penalty of a resource to put it there, right? Because he's changing the color. But then by placing it, he gets the resource and the tile. 6. So now he's got 5 to my 4, but I'm going to be taking over this in a couple of seconds. So that was him. Does he gain anything? Oh, and he gets to keep this card, which is a good one for him, I guess. Yeah, which goes there. He's done. Let's go back to me. This is going to end the game. No, I'm going to have 1 resource left at the end. So this is going to be 8 on 8, so I don't have to pay in points. But I do have to pay a resource penalty. All right, so this is going to go on 8 here. So this goes to black. He gets a victory point. I'll put my tile on top. I'll keep this card in my tableau. I'm not going to trigger it just yet, even though you're supposed to add the card at the end of your turn. This is going to come with 2 resources. I have to pay 1 in a penalty. But then I get to trigger my 2 resource ability, so I'll get it back. And I basically, this whole section turned, so it's gonna be 6 versus his 5, although he's got the highest one. So all he needs is like 1 more resource in this whole area, and he's gonna gobble up all the points for that, which is huge. And that's it. Let's hand 1 card to each player. 1, 2, 3. Pass the first player marker. Pass all the cards over, and I'll be back for probably the last round of the game. All right, following turn here. Whoops, forgot to turn over. Oh, I didn't make my selection. I was gonna show you that my hand is pretty useless at this point because I only have 2 resources. I would really need 3 to do anything. So I can either take a chance, put a tile, and hopefully somebody kicks back a tile to me, and then I could sort of play it, or it's just gonna play it as a resource card. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sort of fake it that I have the resources, and if somebody doesn't kick it back to me, then I keep the tile and I just play it as a resource card. All right, so let's see, 15 is here. So that I don't have the tiles to make that work. So 6 is right there. So let's do that. I'm gonna play a 6 with the 5, and oops, I'll just go get those in a couple seconds. That'll be good. All right, so it's all behind my screen. All right, so that's my selection. First player marker is over there. All right, so I got my tokens that flew away. So let's do this. So here he's gonna play. So he wanted to play his 18 over here, which kicks me out my token. So he added to his yellow area over here. So I get a victory point for kicking me out. All right, but I did get my third token. So it was a bit lucky that I played it in anticipation that I would get something kicked out. All right, so then he has to pay 8 points penalty, which is huge. That's a lot. Oh, this is giving him a lot. Plus, with the extra bonus points, he figured he'd gain a lot of points. Maybe it's a little too many points. I didn't look at it too much. But it does come with 2 of his tokens with a construction marker. And he's going to get a tile and a resource. Okay, now something happens. Okay, so we ran out of the tiles in the supply. So at this point, everyone behind their screens, they're going to take any amount of tiles that they want, and they can set it back to the supply, because this is the first time it runs out, and you're going to get a victory point for each tile that you put back. All right, obviously this is optional. All the players do this at the exact same time. So let's say, because I sort of know the game's going to end, I personally know, because now I got the perfect setup so to put all 3, and then that's going to trigger the end of the game, right? So I'm going to put 2 to put back. Now all the players are going to do that. Let's say this player doesn't need all these blues, so let's say he does 2. And then this player as well. Let's see, he needs yellow and maybe some red. I don't think he needs the blues either. It looks like we're all going to get rid of all our blues. So everyone's going to show 2. Let's just make it easy. So everyone shows 2 tiles each. That's all good. We reshuffle, create a new draw stack. We're going to score 2 points each. 2 for him, 2 for him, and 3, and go back 1. All right, boom. That's how we get it back. And there you go. So that was his draw stack, and he gets a resource which he doesn't need to get. And that is it for that player. Comes back to me. I want to play my 6 where the 5 is. So I'm going to go like this. Oh no, I get these 2 back. Oh no, I forgot you get these 2 back. So it's not going to trigger the end of the game. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of those tiles. My mistake. You know what? I know which ones they were. Let me put back the 2 points. There were 7 and the 6, I believe. Yeah, it was one of the low numbers. So I kept my tiles. Sorry about that. Totally forgot about the kickback of my own tiles. I thought I was kicking somebody else out. So that's going to come with a construction marker. But now I am tied with green. So we have the exact same amount of things in there, I believe. So 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I still have 2. I do get to keep this card. That's going to give me 2 resources back, but I have none in the supply. So that's that. And that is it for me. Sorry for taking that back. So we are going to go 1 extra round, I think. So 18, 5, and 18, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Over here, it's going to kick out green, who's going to score a point. So it's going to come with 2 blacks over here. It's going to keep this card. It's going to trigger a point and a resource. So I guess we're done. All right, I guess we're going to go 1 more round for sure. 1 card each. Pass first player marker to me, and then we'll be back. All right, probably last round of the game. Okay, so I already made the selection for the other 2 players. Looking at my hand, actually, funny thing happened. I found the 4, but there's no 4 out there. So this card should have actually been in my tableau, because when I placed it here, I should have kept that 4. So I probably made a mistake early on in the video. I'll probably write in a note somewhere, but I gotta actually replace that card off the top of the deck. So what I think I'm gonna do is, because I only have 2 resources and I want the game to end, I think I'm gonna play the 19 to draw 3 tiles off the top of the deck. And there's only 5 left, so that'll probably trigger the end of the game this round. So let me play that as a resource card. And the other 2 players have made their choice, so I'm gonna go first. I'll play this, so that's gonna give me a 19, so that's 3 tiles. All right, 1, 2, 3, plus 1 resource, which I can't take, and that's it. All right, then my opponent's gonna go, who only has 1 resource, so they're gonna play this as a resource card as well. 15. Forgot where it is. It's here. It's just 2 points. 2 points. 1, 2. And now the move of the year that's probably gonna make green win this whole game altogether. Oh, by the way, I was supposed to also give him a tile. So there you go. The tiles all run dry. So the end game trigger is going to end now for sure, because they ran out for the 2nd time. So this is going to be the last move of the game. All right, and this is going to be the best move ever. Okay, because essentially what he's doing, he's placing the 12 on where the 13 is. And where the 13, it's right over here, which is gigantic, because now basically he's connecting almost like like that other game, I forget what it's called, Tigris and Euphrates, where now he's connecting both of these yellows together, and he's going to gain advantage of all the points on the board, which is going to be ginormous. All right, so he's going to place this here. He's going to kick back black. Black's going to make 2 points. All right, he's going to have to pay, sorry, that's going to come with 3. He's going to have to pay 1 in the penalty. He's going to keep this as well as endgame scoring. That's going to have a construction marker. Doesn't really matter. He's placing on top, so it's a tile and a resource. There's no more tiles to take. And there you go. That's going to be the end of the game. All right, so let's just go to straight end game scoring. Let me just get rid of all these cards off the table. I'll get a piece of paper. I'll be back for the scoring. All right, so for end game scoring, you're going to score 4 things. All right, so I zoomed in quite a bit. But for the first 3, you don't really need to look at the board. First is hand tokens, 2 points for each. We all ran out. Then you score your point chits. So if you had any points behind, I had actually 7. So if you had any of these point tokens, you score those points. All right, after that, point cards. Those are all the ones with the equal signs. So this one is for each of the resource playing cards. I get 2 points. I had 2 of those, so 4. For each of my red cards, I scored 2 points, and so on and so on. So I had 5 of those. So in total, I got 21. All the other players got a bit less than me. All right, and lastly, you're gonna do areas. All right, this is where the big chunk of the points come from in the game. All right, so you're gonna go for every district and score. All right, so we'll go up here first. So pink's gonna score 5 for this district, plus another 5 for being in second. So that's gonna be 10 points. All right, then this yellow let's do the blue section first. So this blue section is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Green's gonna get 7, and black's gonna get 1. All right. Yeah. So the first place gets the total of chits of everyone in there, and second place is just of their own. All right. If the green was going to able to change that one to green, then he would score 7 or 8 plus 8, which would be a lot of points. All right. Then we're going to do this big yellow section. So green's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's more than everyone else, I believe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, it's 10 over here for black as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm not even close. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's an actual tie. All right, because they both have 10. They're both on level 3. I believe there's a third tiebreaker. Let me go just double check. Yeah, so the last tiebreaker is actually on that tallest building, the higher number. So that's actually 19. So green's actually going to win, which is huge. So many points. All right, so it's going to be 10 plus 10 plus 5, 7. It's going to be 27 points for green. What? And then black's just going to get their 10 that are in there. Then pink over here in this blue is going to get, again, 5 plus another 5, so it's going to be 10. So we did the yellow, we did the blue. Let's move down. This doesn't score. This already scored. It was part of the big area. Then finally this is going to score. So they're going to score each. Actually, wait. He has the bigger number. So he's going to score 4, and he's going to score just 2. 4, 2. Whoops. All right, there you go. You're going to score all that. So me, it's a pretty shitty score here. It's going to be 41 plus 7, 48. Oof, that's terrible. Over here, we're going to have 29, 30, 40, 44. And over here, we're going to have 29, 36, 46, 55, 61. So there you go. Green is the big winner. And there you go. That's how you play Ginkgopolis. So let me know if I made any mistakes. Click on my other videos. We'll see you in the next one. Later.